Oscar's sister was someone she had always loved and admired from afar, and knowing that she approved of their relationship warmed her heart so much, making her forget her fears of making the relationship known to the public. Even though I'm really sad about the fact that Oscar Wade is off the market and we can no longer flirt with him, I'm happy for him and the fact that it's been really good news around me lately. Betty cooed. Hey, let me see that. She gestured at Victoria's hand. Victoria blushed as she closed the gap between them and showed off her ring closely. This is so gorgeous, Trina mumbled. I can imagine how super beautiful Oscar's wife's ring would be. Victoria felt a gallop in her heart. She thought they knew already. You all don't know. The duo stared at her, looking confused. Oh sorry, what I mean is you all don't know the bride. You know her? Betty asked. I'm just asking. Vicky shrugged, trying to hide her nervousness. Oh, we don't know who yet, but it's definitely going to be a rich man's daughter, right Betty? Of course, that's what always happens in the end. The rich marry the rich and they get richer. I need to go. Getting back to her office, Victoria searched her handbag for her phone. Coming face to face with the screen, she let out some air as she didn't see any call or message notification. Plopping down on the chair behind her desk, Vicky tossed her phone aside, opened her MacBook, and the moment it finished booting, she went straight to the browser. Before she could even search for the topic, she saw it pop up as one of the trending lists on her tab. Out of curiosity, Victoria took her time and went through the contents. It was just as Betty and Trina said. There was going to be a wedding, but the bride was anonymous. A small smile crept to her lips, knowing Oscar did that just to respect her and her privacy. Inasmuch as she was dying to know if his parents already approved of her, she restrained herself from calling Oscar, wanting to hear the good news from him in person. She exited the browser and officially started her day by getting right to work. Suddenly, she received a message from a colleague. A request to your presence. She made her way towards the elevator, then to the 4th floor where the H's office was. Take your seat, Victoria. The board came to a decision and I was told to give you this. He picked up the white envelope on his desk and handed it to her. Victoria placed the papers she was holding on the table, went towards him, collected the envelope from him, and opened it immediately, bringing out the paper in it. Following the company's letterhead was a sack letter directly addressed to Miss Victoria Adlin. Vicky froze with her eyes glued on the letter. Her heart raced as she stared at the paper, trying to interpret what was actually happening. This prank is way too expensive. He chuckled. You think I'm pranking you? You're so full of yourself. Aren't you? The boss asked me to prepare the sack letter. What? Oscar? Victoria's heart stopped. He nodded. No, that can't be true. He shrugged and said nothing. Getting outside Julian's office with tear-filled eyes, Vicky unlocked her phone and dialed Oscar's number. She brought the phone to her ear, waiting patiently for him to answer. Her call went to voicemail, but that didn't stop her from trying again. This time around he cut the call from his end. She dialed his number again and got the same response. Oh my God, she sniffled. She was so worried but was trying not to look like it. Since he wasn't answering her call, Vicky decided to go look for him in his office. Is Mr. Wade in the office? She asked Dora the moment she got back to her floor. No ma'am, he hasn't been to work this morning. Are you sure? What about his assistants? They aren't here either. Knowing that was so unlike Oscar, Vicky unlocked her phone again and dialed his number. There they are ma'am.